So we've seen up till now that web jobs are basically websites. You package and upload the code into Azure, and Azure will run that within your app service plan. Now, it does take a viewer visiting the URL in order for the website to run. So if you upload code into your web app, but no one ever visits the URL, that code will never run. Now, there are options for running background processes, which means it can run independently whether somebody visits or not. Those are called web jobs. Web jobs are a feature of web apps. And what that means is that you require a web app in order to create a web job. So if I go into the menu and I click web job, you'll see that this web app has no web jobs currently associated with it. Web jobs provide an easy way to run scripts or programs as background processes. And it runs in the same context as the website as well. So basically, web jobs are a background process. You can give it a name. I'm going to call it web job. You choose the script or program to run. And I'm going to choose a PowerShell file that I have. It's a very simple program that just outputs hello world. And I have to choose whether this is just going to continuously be running. So is it a program that will start up with the web app, and then as long as the program runs in a loop, then it'll just never finish? Or is it a program that starts and stops and will be triggered by something? The triggers in this case are a schedule or a URL, which is a webhook. Okay, so I can say this job will run based on a cron expression. Now, cron is a language or an expression, a syntax that is usually used. I believe it started in the Unix or Linux world, and you basically give the expression of a cron expression. It'll tell it what kind of schedule to run at. So you should be able to go to your favorite search engine and search for cron expression generator, and it will make it a lot easier for you to generate this cron syntax. For instance, I want this hello world to run every hour. So as soon as I create this web job, it should execute at the top of the hour every single hour. You can see that the resulting cron expression looks something like this: 0, 0, star, 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 star. It does break down in this particular cron generator what those numbers mean. The seconds equal 0, the minutes equal 0, every hour. Now, I don't believe Azure supports the question mark format, so I'm going to put star here, but every hour, every day of the month, every day of the week, every year. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it into here, and it tells you an error message. I get to replace that with this asterisk. And basically we can see, I guess it doesn't support the day of the month and the day of the year kind of thing. So 0, 0, star, 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 star means 0 minutes, 0 seconds, 0 minutes, and every hour. And this job will run every hour. So you can figure out the cron format, I guess. So if I was to say OK to this, it will add this triggered web job to my web app, and it will run every hour forever. Okay. Now, web jobs don't have user interfaces by default, and so having it say hello world, I can show you my fancy little script here. It just says write output hello world. Having that will actually not result in anything because background jobs are background jobs. But if this was a PS PowerShell file and you wanted it to do something, to interact with Azure, to move stuff in files, to do actual work, this would be a background job. It could run every hour. Okay, so that's the basics of web jobs. It does support scripts and programs, and so you can just upload it. It supports multiple, so you aren't limited to a single thing. But this is how you do background scripts within the platform as a service model.